Good evening friends. Today's video topic is inheritance in Java. My name is Yokesh Rao. Let's we have to start our today's video topics. Inheritance is the part of the Java and is a part of OOPS concept. We have to know about OOPS. Some start from the OOPS. We all of you know Java is an object-oriented programming language, and OOPS there are four main four pillars. There are one is polymorphism, second one is encapsulation, third one is inheritance, fourth one is abstraction. These are the more pillars of OOPS concepts. Let's discuss about the inheritance. Inheritance is it is used for to reusability of the codes and minimize the complexity of the code and for to the developer. Then there are five types of inheritance. One is single inheritance, second is multiple inheritance, third one is multi-level inheritance, fourth one is hierarchical inheritance, and fifth one is hybrid inheritance. Then we have to start the single inheritance. Single inheritance is in the like first of all when we extend, there are two one keyword is most important to achieve the inheritance. That one is extend keyword. This extend keyword is used to extend the two classes between them and access the data both of the classes. Then in this scenario, when we extend the class, at this time we have to only create one object. Then as per one object we can call to the both classes. This is the second one, functionality to reusability of the class. Then we have to see the single inheritance. In a single inheritance means one class can be extended to the another class. For example, we can take the class A in bracket. We can take in curly braces. We can take one method of additions, public void add, and in bracket integer A and integer B. And in curly braces we can take the operation of the two variables in C sub A plus B, and this class can be extended to the class B. This we have to create the one on the second class B, and extend to class A. This all the properties of class A to extend to the class B. Means this can all the methods and variables, all the whole data of the class A can be accessible to the class B. When we create the object of the class B, then the class B also can be accessible call to the class B and methods, and after the completions the class A also A can be accessible. Then we can take the another one method into the class B. For example, we can take the subtraction public void sub int A and int B, and we can take in curly braces C of A minus B, and we can create one object of the class B A is equal to class B, and we can take the object of AB is equal to new A, new B and constructor, and we can call to this method. Then when we call to this method, one is add and second one is subtraction. Then we can call to this both methods by using the a dot add, and we can pass two arguments to the methods and 10 and 20, and we can take call to the second method b dot sub and pass the two values 20 30. This will be passed to the then firstly we call to the class A, class B, and class B can call to the class A, and both at the time both the methods can be runs, and it will give the output 10 plus 20 30. And second one is when we can call to the subtraction methods 30 minus 10 this is 20. In this scenario we can, using the reusability of the code, so we can create only one object, means it can reduce the memory also and object also. This is the main functionality, and it is most important features of the OOPS concept. Second, we have to see the multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance, there are you can take 4 to 5 classes four classes: class A, class B. Class A can extend to class B, and class B can extend to the class C, and class C can extend to the class D. And when we create the object of class D, all the properties of A, B, C, D, three of them classes can be accessible to class D. And when we create the one object of class D and at this scenario, the class object of class D can call to the whole the classes of methods. Then in this scenario, we can using the reusability of the codes, and we can achieve all the methods. And when we have to somewhere have to errors or debugs, then it can be easily found, and we can correction very easily. We can take another one is method multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is a main features of object oriented programming language, but in the Java it cannot be achieved in the multi-level inheritance, but we can achieve by using the interface. Then we have to see the multi-level hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance can be class A can extend to the class B, and class A can extend to the class C. This is a hierarchical inheritance, and when we create this A property can extend to the class B and class C, but class C cannot accessible to property of class B, because this will can be privacy of the classes. This will can achieve the priority of classes to accessing the data of the difference between the methods. Then this is will be most important. Means when we some methods are common into the development in the developing time, then we have to hierarchical inheritance can be very helpful to the developers. Means it can be reducing the code of the development and memory also, and the time complexity also. It's very helpful. Then fifth one is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance cannot be hybrid inheritance can be achieved by the class A can extend to class B, and class A can extend to the class C also. In this scenario also we can achieve the complexity, we can overcome from the complexity of the code. Thank you very much. Our video stop is completed.